Hey Flames, and welcome to FiReviews, the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Now this is a very interesting little game, if I can put it like that, right? It's, I guess you could say it's a walking simulator, but it also has some puzzle solving elements and, such things as, it's not only a walking simulator, is what I'm trying to say. And, it's exploration based. You walk around, you explore, you find secrets, and you have this story that's being told to you, and you basically have to solve the story. But it has this interesting little feature where basically you have like the power to sense stuff, and then you come across like murder scenes and whatever, and you like need to the murder scene first is broken or whatever, and you need to reconstruct the murder scene. And when you do so, when you now reconstruct the murder scene, you get these events that you sense that happened in the past, and you need to like reconstruct them in order to see what actually went down. And it's a very cool mechanism. Although I feel one of my biggest criticisms of this game is, that being the cool mechanism that it is, it's just not used enough. Why is not every freaking 5 minutes of this game filled with that? That's an awesome concept. Anyway, as I'm sure you have noticed, the first thing when we came in here, this game is beautiful. Well, you might not see it on my 720p video, but hey, the game is beautiful. As I move in here, I'll show you. It's running in Unreal Engine 3 as far as I know, but damn, did they spruce it up. Look at that beautiful scenery. Ooh. Look at it. Look how pretty. And it's very beautiful. Look at the pretty water. Wait, I'll go and stand on the bridge and you can see the pretty water. Now, my one thing is I don't really want to move around too much in the game because it's so exploration based. I don't want to spoil much for you guys. But anything past this island, you've been warned, spoilers and such. Let me just go back here for a bit, and then we'll move onto the bridge. So yeah, it presents the story in a very interesting way. You can discover it as you go along. You don't necessarily have to discover it in the order that it was intended. It's pretty much possible to discover it in whichever order you want. But there's obviously an intended order. But you don't have to. And that being said, it's a very interesting way to present the story, and it surprises me. It was a good story. It was a unique story delivered in a very unique way. So I guess overall it's pretty damn unique, right? Oh, but look at the grass. Look at the foliage. Okay, don't look too closely. But hey, look, the textures are so well done. Now, the game has some technical problems, which I'll mention in a bit. Let's just look how beautiful the game is some more. Look how beautiful it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at this wood. Have you ever seen such a good wood texture? Yeah, excuse the lag. This comes down to the technical problems we'll talk about in a bit. Well, it's not really lag. It's running at 30 FPS. Clearly it's not designed to run at that. It's designed to run at way more than that. Anyway, look how beautiful the water is. It's amazing. The water physics, well, not, I guess the water is damn amazing. Look at that. Look at the ripples. It's so beautiful. All I'm not happy about is there's no like interacting physics. You don't walk into something and it physics reacts, which is unfortunate. I like my physics. I like stuff reacting with physics and such. But yeah, what I was saying before I got completely off track with physics. This game is so beautiful. It's one of the most pretty games I've seen in a long while. Yeah, Unreal Engine has still got it, guys. Well, it never lost it, but yeah, it still got it. It still got it. See the train? This is all spoilers, so yeah, there's blood on the train. Why? Because spoilers! Anyway, I'll walk into the jungle. There's not much going on there. And we can go into there. So what I wanted to say about the game's technical problems, well, it's a very good game, don't get me wrong. It really suffers from some problems. The biggest of which being, I feel it's not very well optimized, and it really suffers from some technical glitches. My frame rate drops, like my frame rate is like above 100 normally when I'm not recording, right? But there are points at which it just stutters and drops like to 30 and even lower than that. And I don't... Ignore. And I don't really know why that is the case. It all seems a bit weird. The frame rate, I don't know, maybe it's just not well optimized or something. And I mean, I have a GTX 780, so I should be able to power this through. And I do, except for when it lag spikes, which is weird. Of course, when you like... Well, this is basically like an open world situation, but there are some points when you can see it's chugging along to load in some textures from a new area, so then it will drop to very low FPS, but it comes back eventually. Well, eventually like a second later, but anyway. That's it, that's about the lag. There's not much you can do, I guess. Technical problems, the stutter, the lag. At one point, it filled up my video RAM, which how is that even possible? I have like 4 gigs of VRAM. It should never be filled up by a game. Well, you know, unless you're checking these fucking VRAM requirements coming out these days. It's pretty insane. But, you know, I don't think a game like this, I don't know, maybe these are 4K textures, but they're clearly not. Anyway, still a pretty game. What I was saying, technical problems. Also, if you run it in windowed mode, it runs a lot better than full screen. Like borderless window, you got it. It's almost impossible to play this game without it. The difference in frames when I was playing full screen, it was like 60 FPS and, you know, going down with the lag spikes. When I went borderless window, it went up all the way to like 130. So I have no idea what's going on there. This is a beautiful game. Ooh, such a view. Look at the view coming up, guys. That is quite the view. I think we're gonna go move over the dam as I talk a bit more. So yeah, the game, as I've said before, it's really presented well. It looks pretty, of course, which I've said multiple times because it really does. And the story is really interesting, and it's actually a lot deeper than you think it is. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or whatever that is. And it is presented in an interesting way, you know. It kind of reminds me of Myst as well, although it's not really puzzle solving, but like something about it reminded me of Myst. Can't really pinpoint it, but it did. And the murder solving mechanic, that's really interesting, although massively underused. Yeah, what can you do, eh? Ethan Carter. Ignore everything you see because it might be a spoiler. Anyway, let's move down this road. I'm gonna go over the dam. That's a nice view, and then I think I'm gonna close it up. It's a short review. There's not much to say. It's a good game, but it has its technical problems. It also has a lot of glitches. I found one where you like fall down an elevator shaft and get stuck, but apparently that's been fixed. So in like a patch which I haven't downloaded yet. So you know, maybe it's true. As I walk in here, you might experience a lag spike. That is because it's loading textures in. Yep, there we go. Sudden load. Well, I don't really know what it does because the textures were already showing, but it does something there. But you know, after that you just go on. I should mention this is not running off of my SSD, so all these problems might be less frequent when you're running on a SSD. My SSD is not really used for gaming. Look at this pretty tree. Everything is so pretty. I can't get over it. Ooh, such lag. See, this is part of my problem. This lag should really not be happening. I don't know what's causing it. Might be that it's even like bad on Nvidia only, because some of my friends with AMD cards say they didn't have these problems. But I wouldn't know. As we move over the bridge, I'm not gonna go past the bridge because, you know, that's entering major spoiler territory, which I really don't want to do. It's a Something you really should experience for yourself. Now, you could say you're just gonna watch a Let's Player do it because there's not much to it, but I feel it's something you should experience for yourself if this is your kind of thing, you know. If it's not your kind of thing, I know. Some people prefer lots of action over narrative, and then this is not going to be a thing. But you know, it's not a horror game. It's not, except for one jump scare. But all of these walking simulator games seem to have that one jump scare moment, like Gone Home when you pick up the cross and stuff. See that bridge? That's where we were. That's where we were with the train. Such a long time ago. Although I can't even see the train. Wasn't where we were. Tom tom tom. As you can see, it's very beautiful. That place down here, there you get to go there eventually. You go to those houses. See the church in the distance. You go there. It's very, very fun to explore this world that they present to you. You know, there is some puzzle solving involved, although not much. I guess the murder mystery parts count as puzzle solving. And you know, other than that, it's a good game, guys. Okay, let me move on to this point. This is something I want to do in all of my reviews. The part where I say, okay, what type of person would enjoy this game? Okay, so firstly, if you're someone that enjoyed something like Gone Home with Dear Esther, then definitely this is gonna be a jam. And then, if you're someone who likes story above gameplay, and this is also going to be your jam. Although it does have the gameplay mechanic and it's a bit more heavy on gameplay than something like Gone Home and Dear Esther, it's mainly a story, narrative based experience, exploration based experience. If you're a guy that would walk around in Skyrim and look at pretty stuff instead of fighting zombies, then this is the game you would like to play. So you know, in my previous review I decided I was gonna do scores, but since then I've realized scores are stupid. So I'm not gonna give it a score. I'm just gonna say this is a must play if you like the things mentioned earlier, and this is a must not play if you like lots and lots of action. Currently it's $20 on Steam as well as Good Old Games. So you know, it's your choice where you buy it. You know, I guess the devs get a little more money from Good Old Games and you get the RM free version. But on Steam it has its merits, you know, having all your games in one place and such things. And you know, Steam updates are just a lot easier to install. But I digress. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter, guys. This I'll recommend it. This is something I enjoyed. Might be something you enjoyed. Oh, texture. Might be something you would enjoy. Yeah, that's about all I have to say, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and as always, fire out.